Hi, I'm here with you today for day 7 of my tips for anxiety. Let food be your medicine. Some of you may know that I studied nutrition prior to going to medical school, and always as a doctor I know that food was fundamental to the way that people feel. And personally I know that way that food has been able to transform my life, and I see it within my patients. So how does it help with anxiety? First, there's some typical things that we probably already have noticed. So number 1, caffeine. We all know if we have a little bit too much caffeine that we're going to feel jittery and it can make us more anxious. Also, many people are having lots of energy drinks these days, and of course that can lead to heightened levels of anxiety. But we may not have thought about sugar. You know, we hear that sugar is not good for us, but what sugar does, it really starts this whole cascade of inflammation and irritation within inside our body. And many people have found when they lower the amount of sugar, refined sugars, in their diet, that their anxiety begins to improve. I've noticed this with many of my patients when they follow the ketogenic diet, which is a very low carbohydrate diet or low sugar. And within 1 to 2 weeks, they really remark that their anxiety levels have decreased. But there's other things maybe that you didn't know about in food that can actually contribute to anxiety. So one is vitamin D. Now, we often think about vitamin D as a supplement, but I've talked before about how the best source of vitamin D is from the sunshine. If I was to sit out there a little bit, I'd be able to get that vitamin D getting absorbed more into my body. And studies have shown that when vitamin D levels are low and we supplement them, that people's levels of anxiety improve. So with any of my patients that suffer from anxiety, I generally will do a vitamin D level. The current recommendation in Canada is just for 1,000 units a day, but I find many people are very low, and so they need even higher levels to supplement them to a better level. The other one is omega-3s. So omega-3 we primarily get from fatty fish. So that's salmon, sardines, mackerel. Now, I love salmon, and I eat it quite frequently, as well as sardines, even though they smell a lot. But they're super delicious and tasty, but they're filled with omega-3s. And once again, omega-3s have been shown to have a beneficial effect, number 1, for depression. And this is something that you probably haven't heard from many physicians, though it is recommended within the psychiatric associations that omega-3 is beneficial, along with antidepressants, of course. But even on its own, studies show that omega-3 can be beneficial for depression and for anxiety. So how much omega-3 do you need? Well, if you have a lot of anxiety, the current standard for a daily recommendation is eating like a salmon, sardines, or mackerel 3 days a week. But really, if you have diagnosed generalized anxiety or a panic disorder, you really need to be getting 2 grams of omega-3s daily. So that can be from a food supplement or from food, or it can be from a supplement. If you do take omega-3 as a supplement, make sure that you buy it from a reputable source. Omega-3 can be filled with contaminants like mercury, which is found in many fish, so make sure that you're getting a good quality omega-3. The next one I wanted to talk a little bit about was magnesium. Now, magnesium is a vitamin that's really important in our cellular pathways. Calcium, magnesium, albumin, all these things exist within our cells, and they need to be in a proper balance and ratio. I find many people, women in particular, can have low levels of magnesium, and when we supplement it, it can actually improve their symptoms of anxiety. We use magnesium in many different forms now in the hospital. So we use it for cardiac abnormalities, we use it for irregular heartbeats, we use it as well for the prevention and treatment of migraine headaches. So magnesium is an important mineral within our body too. Of course, it can be found in foods. Nuts and seeds are the best way to find magnesium. But for those that are particularly suffering, then a magnesium supplement is something that I do recommend. It comes in many different formulations. Magnesium citrate, which is one that many people take. It's a less expensive magnesium, 150 to 300 milligrams at night. Or magnesium glycinate is also a good form of magnesium that you can take. So this is just an overview of the foods and some supplements that can be helpful for people with anxiety. If you really want to dive deeper into this, then stay tuned for an upcoming course I'll be having on how you can improve your health through your nutrition. So I hope this has been helpful for day 7 of my tips on how you can help yourself deal with anxiety. Just begin with cutting down on your sugar and you'll be on your way. Have a great day.